to the checkered end. Speed demons are best friends. The big maneuver, always true. Racing legends breaking through. Laps and spins and dirty tricks. Julian Friday, fix your kicks. Rev it up, turbo boost. League champions on the loose. Friday nights, come take the seat. The pit maneuver, feel the heat.
We made it through another week. Slow motion broadcasting and Sudi and the pit maneuver have made it to episode 10. Surprisingly, welcome in everybody.
Double digits?
Double digits, baby.
Already.
Now, listen, for all the listeners. Oh no, my camera's turning off.
And that's
We're gonna
it.
fix this.
That's all he had in the can was 10 episodes. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been a great one. And
I got pit maneuvered.
Oh, this could be the best thing I've ever seen happen. Anyways, but
No, it's fine.
Eric,
I needed that
Eric
start.
tries to get stuff happening here. Do we need to take a break, Eric, or can we keep rolling?
No, we're fine. We got this.
All right, we're gonna keep rolling. So welcome in everybody. Again, Friday night here. The pit maneuver made it to episode 10. I believe what is our title? Yeah. What happened to T10? So that one is definitely credit to you, Jesse Olson, for coming up with that one. But while I'm looking at you right now, Jesse, how's your week been? Anything exciting happen?
There's lots of excitement, Adam.
Oh boy. Well, things that we can get into on this stream, Jesse.
Yeah, but it was a good week. And we broadcast last Friday night, and then we had that storm roll through me. We got so much water here.
Yeah, you're near the coast there.
Yeah, it was nuts. They had to open a dam at people's house. Like it was. We were high and dry. Like super agents down. No big deal. Just another day in the life of a Florida man.
How did little Debbie treat you, Eric? Was everything okay?
Oh man, I kind of lucked out because I think I talked about it on the last podcast. I had that tree fall kind of on my house the week before. So
Right.
I think if it hadn't happened then it probably would have fallen on my house and probably done some damage. Other than that, honestly, yeah, nothing. My lawn chairs didn't even fall over this time, so I was a little disappointed. But yeah, it was kind of nice just to have the time where no one was expecting me to do anything because there was a storm happening.
Sure. Absolutely. Jay Hall, everything good at your house? I know you are backed up right to a fucking forest, basically.
Nature preserve, giant trees, but man, that shit was mild for Florida. Like that was no disruption, no business is as usual here. Like anything less than like a category 4 hurricane, and people in Florida man is like, nah, man, ain't happening.
Sure.
Ain't happening. I'm gonna get some toilet paper and some pub subs from Publix, and we're gonna hunker down.
Oh, why? Why did we not? Oh my God, guys, I'm so mad now.
You didn't get a pub sub.
We never went to Publix to get a goddamn pub sub while I
Dude.
was down there.
Listen, Adam,
So annoyed.
I want you to come back for multiple reasons. I feel like you didn't get the proper experience because, I was not in the right frame of mind. I want you to come back and enjoy it more.
Well,
There are some things I regret about your trip that I would do way differently if you came back.
Oh, it's not a big deal. I had a whole lot of fun. But anyways, let's get into some topics tonight. Let's start off with Road America. There was an IMSA race there. Eric, take it away.
There was, in fact, an IMSA race, and my boys at Penske Porsche, they pulled out a 1-2. And, I love to see it. I do kind of got a chuckle, though, because I do remember it was not that long ago. I mean, I think it was actually like a year ago at this point, where they're like, hey, it's not fair. We're not competitive. You're not letting us make the changes we need to. And then all of a sudden, they're kicking ass. I mean, was this like a plight? Were they trying to plan some obsolescence here so they can get a little bit more oomph and then take it away? I don't know, but that's what they're doing. I'd love to see it. Big Porsche fan. down the field. I actually had this pulled up, and I think I closed it like a dum-dum. Let me see. Do I still have it? Oh, not on that screen. Here, I want to pull up the rest of the results. Did you watch any of it, Jesse?
Yeah, I did. I watched so much the race. It was a great race. I love it. I love it. I love it for sports car. I love it for IndyCar. Like, I think it's just awesome, sir. Some people might not like it so much, but that's actually one of the races I look forward to on the IMSA calendars. Road America. I might get up there one day and experience that. I kind of wish they would, you know how they made Indy, it's the 6 hour that's coming up in like September-ish.
I think it's October.
I wish they would have made, oh, maybe it's October. I wish they would have made Road America 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's it wasn't long enough, right?
Yeah, the battle at the end there, though, GTP was excellent, and even the GTD races were great. A little bit overshadowed by what was happening at the front. Top flat.
Yeah, for the top, let's see. I mean, all the DPIs looked like they were on the same lap, which is crazy. They all did 62 laps. Is that right?
Yeah, there was some cautions. I think they kept. It's such a long circuit too. Hard. You got to really mess up to go down.
Yeah. Well, even a lot of the LMP2s were on the same lap as the. Well, I guess that makes sense with the pit strategies. But I mean, yeah, you love to see it. It's such an iconic track.
Dictated pit strategies during that race. There's a few cautions, so it was one of those where it's like, well, you're kind of playing it by
That's true.
ear at some point. But yeah,
The
some people made their cover change early, and some people waited.
No.
The juice is already loose, boys. He
The
said
juicy.
he said it used to be like a 4-hour endurance race in ALMS, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm saying
yeah.
I was 6 hour, but I'm glad we got the 6 hour Indy, which is cool.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I will actually be present for that race, which is really exciting. Yep. I lucked out there. Got my guardian angels taking me that one.
I know on the calendar it counts as an endurance race, right?
Yeah.
Is
Hey.
6 hours really endurance anymore?
I would say so because I mean
that's the threshold. That's the threshold.
yeah, it's
I
maybe
think-
like, well, I don't know, because I would say a 4-hour
That's the
race is an
minimum.
endurance. 4 hours is just long enough where think about the physical demands. You
The
know,
only thing, it's either 2 hours and 45 minutes, or the next jump is 6 hours, which is effectively double. Like,
yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, it's like a mini enduro, right? Because like each driver would. Well, I guess it depends on how many you have the team. Could you imagine a 3-driver team in a 4-hour race? Like you drive for like 5-10 minutes and you get out of the car. But hey,
I mean,
that's how it rolls.
That's what I do when I drive for Sudi because I crash it in about 5 to 10 minutes. In the
Hey,
sim
you know
world,
what?
so.
We weren't gonna tell on you, and you didn't always do that, so that's not 100% true.
oh, like when we sim race, right? And like you're like signing for a 6 hour race, you're like you and one other person, and it's like, and it's hardly enough. So it's like, yeah, okay, that would be great. That's what.
Yeah.
But you do like a 24-hour race, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so wiped out by the end of this.
Right.
Like,
When you get those overnight stints and they start adding up when you're going 2 to 4 a.m. or
to me, I think my line is at 12 hours person. Like if you sign me up for like an endurance race and sim racing, and it's like a 6, 8, 10-hour race up to 12 hour.
Oh,
We may have just lost
Oh,
Jesse.
we'll never know what he set the question up, and it will never.
Dude, the face
be
here. Somebody needs a screen clip.
I mean, it's
Jesse's
already
face
clipping.
as he's talking.
Everybody mimic it.
Oh. All right. Anyway, but anyways,
That'll be the thumbnail.
we'll
Well.
come back to whatever to Jesse. Hopefully, he didn't lose power.
Oh man.
It's us three now, and if he comes back, we continue that conversation about enduros and IMSA. But as of right now, there's another topic I want to talk about because I was thinking about this in the chat actually before we actually went live. And Eric, your topic is, does drifting help with grip driving? And yep, Jesse did have a power outage, guy, so it might just be us three finishing out this
Oh,
podcast.
no.
Right as we were talking about that shit too.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well,
But
everyone
anyways,
just,
does
pray to
does
science
drifting,
that he comes back.
does drifting help with grip driving? And Justin, the second I saw this, I'm sitting at work, and I just remember a video of you taping a BMX bike handle to the fucking e-brake on your Genesis. And I just, for some reason, I guess I'm going to come to you first, because if you are that into drifting, then you've got to have some type of say on this, right?
Yeah. Entirely different disciplines, but what you learn in drifting, like oversteering a car is like what the fundamental attributes of going fast. Like the more even I get into higher levels of sim racing, like the one aspect of the car that you have to control to be fast at the top 1% is rotation. It all comes down to, can you control the rotation of the car at any time you want to? Whether corner entry, are you understeering, oversteering? Can you induce it on purpose? Like drifting and finding that balance gives you a ton of fucking assets to use in road racing. Like finding full angle, locking it out, doing the actual discipline of like competitive drifting is something different, but the skill set you learn there is easily applicable.
So I guess from my takeaway on this, Eric, doesn't make you it doesn't make you faster, but it makes you better.
I
Like
would
it makes
say
you
Can
more
make you
aware.
faster.
it can make you
The
faster.
more you understand the car at the end of the day, the more you're
Yes.
in tune with it, the faster you can be and will be.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what you learn with drifting, because you learn different dynamics of a vehicle and what to do in situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in very regularly, grip driving. But if you do end up there, you're so much more prepared, and you have almost like this new level of fearlessness, right? Like imagine you go through, I mean, we saw the clip a couple weeks ago where I was grip driving at Daytona in my Z in the rain, and all of a sudden I had zero traction. The rear threw itself. I didn't panic at all. I didn't crash or anything because I had that experience drifting, and I was able to use that, like leverage it in a way not to drift through it, but to do exactly what I wanted the car to do. I corrected where it was going, which was a bad place, and sent it exactly to a very safe place without, minimal drama. As much of a recovery as I had to do, right? And I don't think, or I don't know, I guess I shouldn't phrase it that way. It's really easy if you only focus on grip driving to feel overwhelmed and kind of out of place and not 100% sure what to do if you've never practiced a situation like that. And when you're drifting, you're not necessarily practicing oversteer situations which you have to correct like that, but you inadvertently are, because you're controlling that oversteer. You're understanding the dynamics of that car, what it feels like, and most importantly, where the balance is. Every car's got a certain balance point. And once you figure out what that feels like, you can tell where it is even when you're not drifting. So you can also kind of tell, I mean, I've gone too far. There's no saving this. Just Jesus, take the wheel, But yeah, no, I completely agree with Justin where rotation is a big piece of it. I mean, even when we go karting together, like you want to rotate those things just right without rotating it too much. It applies to anything that you're driving fast. It's the difference between, P5 and P1. If you can get that rotation without bogging down whatever you're driving and oversteering it too much, you're going to be faster, because that's less you're scrubbing in the front, keeping the RPMs up, and you're hooking up and going. What do you think, Adam? Do you have any experience drifting, or have you ever been in a position where maybe from like dirt track racing and driving sideways, you understood some dynamics, and then you found yourself in a situation, maybe a GT3 car? I don't know. Any experiences like that?
I feel like he's going to counter it and say that drifting is slow. That's
Okay.
that's the only experience you
No.
get out of iRacing is drifting is slow.
It is slower
Right.
if you're drifting, right? But
Mhm.
if you are rotating and you
That's
are
slip angle. It's the difference between slip angle
Yes.
and drift. If you're
Yes,
back, the
that's
perfect
key.
pocket of slip angle. What is Suelio? I finally read Suelio's book, that motor racing
I need to finish it.
guide. Yeah, he calls like the MRP, like maximum rotation point you can generate with a car is like how you can define a top level driver. Like when they can get that car pivoted where they want to, clear sign of a good driver and something easily developed through drifting.
Yeah,
Sure.
agreed. Yeah, his first thing when he was talking about that was like, yeah, get in a car and try to spin the car out in the braking zone. I was like, wow, I never really thought about it like that. But if you can really consistently know exactly dynamically like how to point the car and do what you want to do in that
like
moment,
what inputs
you're gonna
get
kill.
what result. Yeah.
Yeah, you will absolutely slay. It really opened my eyes immediately. So I do need to finish reading that book because that guy, I think he's on the right path. I mean, clearly he's very successful at this point.
I heard he's starting in a LMP3 program now. He got picked up.
Jesse's
This-
back.
Hey, buddy.
The Florida things.
Just Florida things.
Just Florida things.
Man, welcome back, brother.
But I feel like we just missed a story about Adam drifting in El Camino. Was that about to come up? Was that about to be your drifting tale?
Yeah.
Drifted it into what?
Yes.
No, it actually wasn't, asshole. First of all, actually,
It didn't have enough
basically,
power to get sideways. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to go back to my childhood here. So where I was born and raised,
Where's
I
this
was
going?
born and raised on a farm in fucking Indiana. Okay, so
Is that different than regular Indiana?
no,
Okay.
Well-
Same place?
same place.
Just
Can I
different city?
continue now?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen these things. My dad was big when I was younger, big into these Japanese mini trucks.
Oh,
what they're
brother.
called.
K-Trucks?
K-Trucks, yeah.
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 I mean, Suzuki.
The
I know
Honda
Suzuki
Acme,
was a
like-
big one. Yeah. Like, but there were a
Daihatsu.
couple different models. Yep. Daihatsu was another one. Like, there were a few of them. So my dad would get these things in crates, and then he would turn them, he would flip them, sell them, but he'd keep a couple of them. So one of mine,
He's getting assaulted by his dog right now.
You look
I
like
know,
you
I'm
just yourself on the stream. Like,
I'm just
that's-
Badger's in this destroying
Fuck.
toys stage. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't trying to eat a squeaker. But anyways, one of mine, it was like a Suzuki, and it was little right-hand drive, obviously. But yeah, shifting on the left, manual 5-speed. And I would get all my buddies out there, and we would rip these fields. And oh yeah, we get it sideways, and it was a lot of fun. But like you kind of mentioned, it was the
I didn't
dirt.
know
stuff,
about this
right?
era of your life.
I'm disappointed you
Your
haven't talked about this
off-road
sooner.
K-Truck era, JDM
Yeah.
fucking classics, drifting in a
Right.
field.
You're way
Yeah,
cooler
like-
now.
How'd you
should have
hide
opened
this
with
story
this.
from us?
And
Yeah.
how did you get to an El Camino?
Right.
Yeah, right. Well, I did a bunch of dumb shit as a kid. We used to do donuts in fucking cornfields all the time because that's all we had to do. In my truck, I had a 2005 Chevy Colorado. I'd go out with all my buddies. We may or may not have done things underage that we shouldn't have, and then we'd go out and do donuts in cornfields because that's what kids in rural areas do. As you guys know, you guys live somewhere around some rural areas down there as well, so you see a bunch of dumb kids doing dumb shit sometimes. I'm sure.
That's
but-
true. I was in a more
On a
rural
regular
area
basis.
in high school, so
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. No, I mean we all did it, but yeah. So that I'd get my buddies over. We'd all go. Well, not we at all, because as you know, mini trucks only fit the driver and the passenger. So I'd have a buddy over, and we'd just go out, rip around the fields, and then get yelled at by dad for tearing up his fields and stuff. I didn't really give a shit. So
I love that. I love that I know
that's
that about
kinda
you
where-
now.
that's kind of where I learned my drifting stuff. And it was, I guess, it was fun. But I mean, when it comes to drifting like on the asphalt, I never really had the chance because all I've ever owned are trucks or cars, that
Bro.
old classic cars. Like I've never really done. And Sarah's freaking Chevy Cruze doesn't have a handbrake and it's front wheel drive, so that's not very cool either. Like, so there are a lot of things that go against me. But you know what you do, Eric, and what you did, Jay Hall. Like when I was in the car with you when we were in Mexico down there, it was, you know, just different things that I never really experienced as a child. I was always in the dirt, like you said. You hit it right on the head, Eric. Honestly.
My rear tires are corded now. I actually went and looked at them this morning.
Damn. Okay, well, so think about it though. Has there ever been like an instance when you're like maybe driving in the rain or, like not trying, but like you feel the rear end get loose, but you just straighten it out without even thinking about it?
I was born and raised in a place where we had snow and ice.
Yeah,
So there
same
are
deal.
things like that as well. I mean, I guess a lot of my experience has come through the snow and the ice and stuff that I've had to deal with as a kid. And
Yeah.
now back
What a
up
place
here
to
as
learn
well.
it.
That's,
It's
yeah.
the best place
Yeah.
to look at.
It
Look at
is.
finish. Look at great finish. They have Kimi Räikkönen and
Best
all the
rally
LEJ
drivers in the
drivers are all
world, too.
finished. They're all ralliers.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
100%.
like-
They do the ice drifting, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it all happens in slow motion. It's more exaggerated, right?
It is. It's harder to catch.
Can be.
I wouldn't say it's hard. Everything is slower, right? Like you said, everything, the angle.
Yeah. You
It's
can
slower,
counter
but you gotta-
steer like what you feel is like a second early, but it could be
Yeah.
a full second late. And the
Late,
back end already has
exactly.
too much
It's
weight
just-
and
it
it
keeps
lazy
going,
spin. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He goes, what did you say, Barrera? Yeah, then I put more fuel in the Miata and I could go faster. What are you talking about?
He's going off
confused
the
now.
rails.
He's
I love
catching
it.
your
Yeah.
drift.
Yeah, the juice. Ah, nice. The juice is becoming more and more loose. Jesse,
I
any
love it.
what we kind of talked about before we take this first break is what do you think
Oh,
about
he's got
drifting
great
and
cars to talk about that.
Yeah, what do you think
Yeah.
about drifting and grip driving? Do you think it makes you does drifting help with grip driving? Are there different ways it can help? Does it make you faster? What's your take on it?
I've never officially done drifting. The most side race I've done was actually when I was up north for a few years.
You owned a
We
C5.
get ice and snow, and I would just,
You go fuck off.
you go have fun. You go find a parking lot, snow nuts or something silly like that. I got caught out in a bunch of storms. It was all good. I think everything helps you in a way. It depends how you're going to apply it.
Hmm.
I think learning what the edge of a tire grip.
Yep.
Everything that kind of goes with drifting.
You can find the limit way easier.
Yeah, they go across. You feel the car pitch, you feel the car move, you feel a car rotate. You learn how to manipulate a car's weight. You learn how to understand where the edge of the tire is and how you work within that. When you can go over a little bit, right? The two kind of go back and forth, from my understanding. I'm not saying I'm a drifter because I guarantee I would suck at it. Have I accidentally done some drifts, on an autocross course or whatnot? Probably. Definitely. But yeah, I think it helps. I don't think there's a disadvantage to it for sure. I mean,
It's funny
guess
though.
it
That's
depends
all
where
you
you
need to
start.
know though. You don't need to know like the full act of drifting, like in the sport of drifting doesn't really help that much because you're really just maintaining a slide and learning how to
Right.
navigate the weight transfer to only hit the maximum angle you can. Like what you need to know is the
Car
snap
control.
point of where it lets go.
Yes.
Where it lets go.
100%.
If you know where it's going to let go, you can preemptively you can just let go of the wheel. I even do that autocrossing leg and shit. If it's like about to
I've
let
seen
go
you do
and
that,
you just
and I love it.
light hands technique.
Yeah,
You just
100%.
let the wheel shuffle and just don't panic. Let it do what it's going to do. And you can just easily manipulate the car. And the only way to know how to do that is if you push it past that point a few times.
Oh yeah. You have to know the edge. You have to get to it and cross it. Right.
For
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
I like to think about Justin. Remember that one time we did? You drove my 350Z with me at Orange County Convention Center, and I came into that hairpin way too tight. And if I had kept going, I would have hit those cones. So I clutch kicked it and drifted the turn and didn't hit anything instead. Oh man, I think about that all the time.
And that it's just instinct that it wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
decision you made.
Yeah.
That it was just, and it was like in my head too. The wheels were turning where it was like, he's okay. Yep. Good. Great.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was
You can
just,
even see
like,
where I was
so
going
matter of
with
fact.
it.
That's what's so funny.
Before we take our first break here, we gotta, Juicy, some of the things you say, man, just blow my mind. He said, so he was talking about your tire wear issue. You were showing Cord basically. So he said he put more fuel in the Miata and he could go faster. Because he must have had the same issue. He said, with my Audi, I found out after the fact that it had negative tow because the tie rods were damaged, ate up the tires and 3,000 miles or less. Couldn't go faster than 45 in the rain without the rear wanting to step. I mean, Juicy, was that with new tires or with not new tires, I guess is the question there. Yeah, let's take our first break here, guys. On the other side, we're going to stay on the topic of tires here. And then we're actually going to bring up some iRacing. I think I'm going to let Jay Hall lead that one. I think he's got a question for all of us. We'll see you guys on the other side.
In a second, we will.
It is new iRacing content. We're going to talk about that release today.
Is your tachometer already at 9,000 RPM? Well, guess what? It's about to go to 11. Check out these videos from our sponsors.
Vape on stream, so
Yep, you heard it here. He vapes on stream.
yeah.
He drives a Subaru.
We're back live. So let's get right back into it. Welcome to the viewers that have come back. I see we've got 4 now, so thanks for hopping in here. But tire philosophy first. This is great actually, because we're actually talking about it right now. What do you look at when you consider a performance tire? And how do you maintain your tires? I know Justin just lets his tie rods go bad. But
I don't think tie rods go bad.
No, I'm talking about, Barrera. But
Barrera. Okay.
yeah. Well, J-Hall, how do you maintain?
We're talking real cars?
Yeah, how
Yes,
do you
real
maintain your
cars.
tires, especially your rear ones? How do you maintain
Well,
those?
you have to make a clear delineation first, which are street-driven tires versus track-driven tires. And that is like a clear delineation you need if it's a car that's going to be driven in any sort of context. Like, you need your hardcore 200 tread wears, and then you need some street tires that you can fuck around with a little bit. So honestly, that's what I do. On the street, I drive the cheapest tires I can get. Honestly, I don't give a fuck on the street. Like, I'm not out there fucking going crazy. It's easier to find the limit on a shittier tire if I want to have fun and hang the back end out a little bit. Yeah, so
Those
I'll
Yingling 3000s, huh?
yeah, fucking I'm talking $70 a tire.
There's Lionhearts.
Yes. And then on track, anything that's 200 tread wear. Unless you want to battle over like tenths of a second, anything 200 tread wear, and you're going to have fun. And that's all you need.
You maintain them.
If you're talking about like initial heat cycling, stuff like that, like definitely stuff you can do on your track tire.
Yeah.
Where you store it is a huge fucking deal. But yeah, street tires. Who gives a fuck? I beat them, burn them up, get the next ones. Let's go.
How many fucking tires do you have in your garage right now, by the way?
Yes.
Don't you put that? Like wheel?
Hold on. I'm gonna
20?
pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up.
Maybe.
I took a picture of it.
That's not too bad. I had 20 plus sets of tires and wheels in my garage at one point.
He's got a tire corner, Jesse. Yeah.
I had a tire roof.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh shit.
This is just
Hey,
his
would you-
garage.
When you have like Corvette
Yes.
tires, they're wide boys. They stack up. They stack up.
This
tall.
was just fun. This was like this house that I'm just renting it here, but the garage has this weird nook carved out of one wall. It's the perfect width of a standard wheel, and I just stacked it floor to
the
ceiling.
best tire.
And then there's more against the other wall too. Like there's a lot more, but that was just
got-
like the
I got
perfect.
the ones in my garage where you tack them up and you just throw your tires up high.
Nice. Yeah.
Gets them
Yeah,
up.
that's always a
floor.
battle of storage.
All right,
But
Jesse.
That's the whole thing.
How do you speaking of maintain? Oh yeah, you said you gotta store them in the correct temperature and everything, right? Jay Hall?
I remember when I had 20. It's like I feel like he just said I remember my first beer.
Yeah, like he doesn't have them.
But 20, that's cute.
Yeah, right.
That's the starter kit.
But yeah, what do you do, Jesse? I mean, well, I guess I got to get back to J Hall. All those tires that are stored in your garage, I'm sure they're all temperature controlled, right?
And they're all within the last
Kind
10
of.
years.
Oh no, there's
We don't really get cold enough down here that you have to worry about it.
That's
Right.
true.
But
Honestly,
up north, definitely. Like
Yeah.
I wrapped them and pulled them into an area. Like
And you guys get
inside
enough
my-
humidity out there too. It's not going to dry.
other than
out
like
of
the
track.
element. Like I was worried at my I rented
if you
a
sit them
place
outside in the
previously
sun,
where it was
that'd be bad.
like a carport and
Mhm.
stuff where rain, like if a lot of moisture is not good.
I mean, just out of the elements, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
out of the sun, out of the
Mhm.
rain.
You guys
all
live
that-
in
all that
Florida.
stuff.
It's always a lot of moisture. There's never not a lot of moisture.
It's
Moister than an
100%
oyster.
all the time.
Anyways,
Which is I'm kind of along the same lines of J Hall. I mean, most of my cars, I've had cars that have been like my daily and my fun car, but for the most part of my life, and I can live by this mantra, like I've always had a fun car and then like a daily driver.
Right.
For whatever reason at different points. So sometimes I just keep like a 200 tread wear tire on my fun car. It just lives on that tire because I don't drive it every day. Right. And a 200 tread wear, like they're getting abused.
yeah.
Like, I'm autocrossing them, I'm tracking them. There's a bunch of actually the camber helps actually, but for street driving, tons of camber. I think my E30, not my E30, E46 is like 3.5 degrees up front. Like you wouldn't want to
Damn.
drive every day on that, but I don't drive that car every day.
Right.
So it's fine because when you lean on it, it all wears out. Like I did the same thing with my E36 M3, like 3.5 degrees up front. It was funny. By the time I wore through a set of tires, it actually wore even.
That's
Because-
hilarious. Just because it's always loaded.
Yeah,
all,
that's
Sick.
all the miles are fully loaded. Suspension miles.
That's how you know you did it right.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, I mean, in my mind, burn it up now. If you have a street car and you're trying to preserve street life of your tires and do this sorts of things, but I also drive like Justin said, like, I know where I have a time and a place I can go have fun with the car. I rarely do something silly on the street. Like I drive like grandpa on the street. So like putting a high performance tire on for a car that I'm just going to drive every day actually isn't the best. I think there's some great tires sort of like in that mid range you can buy that are last a while. They're good enough
The
performance.
all
for the-
arounders. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I like those Continental. I think they were like
The extreme
not
contacts.
DWS. Yeah, but they were like 300 something tread wears. They were
Mm.
great. Great freaking tires. That's what I drove on during the day. And then we don't have winters down here like that. That's a whole other fact. Like when I was up north and I put snows on my WRX and dude, and it was like
A
I could
blast.
go anywhere. I could go anywhere.
Yep. Eric?
But if you put
Oops, go
I
ahead,
had
Justin.
all seasons, but if I had all seasons, I had still like my summer tires on. Once it dropped below 40, hockey pucks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they turn greasy as hell.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I don't know what tread wear is on my freaking BFG KO2s, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, back over to you, Eric. What do you, obviously you've got 3 cars in your garage. I didn't see a tire wall like
Oh, it was near
Jay
the
Hall's
front.
house.
I didn't point it out to you. I've got a set of slicks. I've got a couple of 200 treadwear tire sets, and I've got some daily sets. I've got some 200 treadwear sets for other car. Yeah, I have a lot. I don't know if I have 20. Maybe I do have around. I think I have like. I don't know. I don't have as
If
much
you
as
count
Jay
the
Hall.
ones that are on the tire, like on the cars easily.
I definitely have at least 2 sets of wheels for every car that I have, if not
Yeah, I
more.
feel like that's you
At
got options.
least. Yeah. But so typically I like to do the same as Jesse where, I've got my daily and that's got like a fun tire. And my go-to daily tire are Michelin's and I love the Pilot Super Sports. The Pilot 4S's are also really good. And I really just kind of swore by those religiously up until I started doing more competitive driving. So yeah, I mean, like I would always put those or some variant of them on whatever I'm normally driving. Life's a little crazy the last couple of years, so I've been driving the fun car regularly, and the way I can survive the crazy is I visit Mexico a lot. So
Mhm.
I also am a little reckless and I don't change my wheels like I used to. I used to take the 200 tread wears off the car, but now I just leave them on and I just, I can't help it, man. I like to go fast, Granted, I'm always in Mexico when I'm going fast, but there's a couple turns in Mexico that I really like to hit like 110, 120.
Yeah,
And
off ramp.
I mean, if they have those in Mexico, sure. you know. I mean, it's a really good way to learn the dynamics of the vehicle, right? Like you can know what kind of grip it's gonna have, and you don't put yourself in awkward situations. That being said, I keep a constant eye on that tire wear, and I think I just don't have a super aggressive suspension setup on my current car, so I'm very lucky in the fact that it doesn't wear too bad. I also don't go too far. I don't have a crazy commute. I only commute a couple days a week. So it works out to where when I do drive, I can fucking drive. You know what I mean?
Keep
So-
talking about tires, guys. I'll be right back. I'm actually going to go get a picture now that we're on this topic.
Adam's going to retire for a moment.
I've got a Polaroid he wants to show you guys.
Oh my God. I hope he does. But okay. So let's talk like ideal circumstances, right? So for me, when I was really competitive and I had my shit together, I would change my tires regularly, only drive on my 200 treadwear tires, and to keep them fresh, keep them good. I would do minimal street driving, but when I would go to a race, I would put them on the car so I can almost kind of scrub them a little bit on the way to the event. Because one thing I find, especially when you do a lot of autocross, you you grain those tires pretty easy. Like I don't know if graining is the right word, but they you absolutely see the asphalt in them. Like you kind of tear them up in like I don't know, it's like an odd. It looks odd. Like if you do track days, your tires don't look the same as they would in autocross, and it depends on the surface too. But
yeah, a lot of the surface.
Oh yeah. But I always found like, especially we have a local site. Well, we had a local site with Martin Sports Car Club, Lake Tech, if you know it.
Well,
Was very historically rough on tires because it was just kind of rough asphalt. So you would just see like it looked like your tire just like it looked like popcorn sealing, but like the inverse of it, if that makes sense, So like I always really liked to, if I was driving to an event, like I would drive it like I wouldn't say like fast, but like I would purposely almost like understeer into turns, like, just trying to scrub the tires here and there. And I always found that if I did that more, I would show up at events and I felt like I had more grip like immediately off the rip. I wouldn't have to wait for tires to get up to temperature. But so my first year of autocross, I actually became way more competitive than I intended to because I was in a stock, like a street class. And it really came down to the tire and like the condition of the car that day. And I didn't expect this, but I started kind of winning and I had a guy kind of nipping at my heels. So I took it really serious really early. So I was out there with the temperature gun. I was spraying down my tires with I had like the bug sprayer. And like I was constantly checking pressures as well. So I got it dialed in. I knew exactly what pressure I needed to be at. I knew when the tires came alive, what temperature to look at. And I got to say, it goes a long way. You wouldn't think that it makes that big of a difference, especially in an autocross. But it was staggering. The car I
Which
did this
run
in,
would be the fastest?
the
Were
third,
you,
always the third. It was either the third or the first, because if I had the tires dialed in a great condition, like once I had it figured out, I would go out on my first run with the intention of being slightly dialed back, but it ended up being the
like
perfect
slower
amount.
is faster. Yeah.
100%. Yes. Because after that,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I could fucking, and I would overdrive it a
That's
little bit.
discouraging. Coming
Yeah.
out and just setting up a fucking burner and then
Yeah, but dude, I won
Chasing the
so
dragon.
many events just by
well, yeah,
my
that's
first
okay
run,
then.
and like I never expected that, but
Oh.
that was how that cookie crumbled,
I could never do that in autocross. Like I always needed, it's not even like the tires, my fucking mind needed the laps to like, cause it's so different every time. I could
Yeah.
never on the first run get like, okay, I've got the whole course memorized. I can like navigate. Otherwise it's just
Yeah,
like
but
reactionary.
That's the fun part. I think that's like when you meet somebody who's like into autocross. Like I mean, for me, like when I autocross, like that's the fun of it for me is I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
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 Or I
Mhm.
should have now. Obviously
Right.
elements in autocross start to look familiar after you do enough of them. So it's like
Yep.
I know what this is, I know what that is, and you understand how to start linking them together. But like to go out there and see something you've never seen before.
Yeah.
But I will say what actually helped me a ton was actually when I was autocrossing for a little bit. Then I went and did my first track day,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
to be able to I had a good coach, first of all, like a good right seat instructor, and then to be able to hit the same corners consistently
Mm-hmm.
over the course of a weekend, versus
Different
the
beast.
3 times or 4 or 5 times in a weekend, right? And then you never see those corners again in your life. You do understand certain things about where your car moves at higher speeds
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And I came back from that track day and went to autocross, and all of a sudden was at the top.
Yeah. I can
And
imagine.
instead of being back,
Yeah. Because
it did wonders for me.
yeah, I mean, do you find yourself as more of a reactionary driver? Because I think the reason why I was able to win some of those events on that first run is I like to, like, my mindset, especially in autocross, is I just go, right? And like I know the track, I do the walkthroughs, and like I feel like I'm comfortable with the layout before I go. But I really like to almost scare myself when I'm driving. I don't actually get scared, but my mindset is such that flag drops, I'm flooring it, right? And I'm looking, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to slow down a little bit. So I slow down exactly as much as I think I need to, kind of pushing it. And it's all reactionary. And I'm like, just kind of like taking each element as it comes. And I think well, at least for me, right? If I start to get really comfortable with that layout, that's when I start overdriving it, right? So I would have my tires in the right zone. I had that figured out because I just, I can't ever do anything half-assed. When I do it, I'm doing it all the way. I'm checking all the things. I'm being like kind of scientific about it. So like I would find, so the car I was most competitive in was my Focus ST, right? It's front wheel drive. But I had that thing so gripped up, and I had the limits of the handling on that thing. I wish Zane was present. He could back me up here. I always had that car up on 3 wheels. Always.
Yeah, I was
Like,
going to say those things were tripods.
yeah,
all the
and
time.
the dynamics of the car made that possible. But it was really crazy some events because I started to like understand like when I was up on 3 wheels and how it felt. And there was a couple times, like there's an element in autocross called a wagon wheel, and it's kind of like you go into a circle and you come around, you almost come back out in the same place where you started, but you keep going. I love those because if I loaded the car up just right and gripped it, I could start on 3 wheels and get that third wheel higher all the way through because you're just sustaining the grip on the edge. And like I love doing it with a passenger because they'd always be like, what the fuck is happening right now? Because it feels crazy. Like it feels like you feel the back end of the car lift up, but it feels like your seat's raised up. Like it's really
funny 'cause
weird.
I could tripod the E36. I could front tire lift.
Oh, dude, that's sick. I love the front tire lift. Like, the Porsches
I have
do
a
that a
picture.
lot.
Yeah, I could. You see it in the corner, lit up, and they'll just the air under the inside tire all the time.
It's so good. But it's honestly, I say all this to say it really matters a lot when you understand your tires, because you can oh wait, someone's sharing.
Yeah, real quickly here because we got to take a break. Speaking of
that is
tire,
bad.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
so-
bro.
my wife parked the truck.
Flip them. I see nothing wrong.
Yeah, my truck parked the truck, or my wife parked the truck about 3 inches away from the garage door, like she normally does, so I can only get a picture of
Gamer
one side. But yeah, I'm starting to turn that thing into a racing slick, and those were brand new tires 3 months ago. So
Oh,
The problem is the rest of the tire.
3 months.
Those are
they're
expensive.
brand new.
bro,
They're expensive.
I can
Flip 'em.
see the eccentric bolt from that picture. That's your fucking
Yeah.
problem. You're maxed out.
Well,
I can see it too.
it's
funny.
not really maxed out. It's close to maxed. It's
That's
a problem.
max.
It's
I
it's
can see the
close.
gap on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You-
yeah.
You
that's
should look
true.
into lockouts for that, and maybe an aftermarket control arm where it has like a Heim joint to adjust the
I'm gonna have
spacing
to.
instead of an eccentric
Yeah.
bolt. Because anytime you hit a pothole, that thing can shimmy. You know.
It does. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. So that's how where we're gonna end this topic. I'm glad that you all got to see my brand new fucking tires. I spend so much money on goddamn
Bald
tires.
is
it's not even
beautiful.
Those are
funny.
not cheap. I honestly, I was having the Bronco and I was looking at like tires, off-road tires, KO2, same thing, and like those sizes, and I'm just like, I'm going back to my fun tires for sports cars. I'm like, truck tires are freaking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Good
All right.
gravy, those are expensive.
All right, guys. For a second and final break, and on the other side, Jay Hall, we're going to send it over to you for the question you asked before the podcast even started, if you remember it now. But we will see you guys on the other side. All right, welcome back, guys. Third and final segment to those listening in their vehicles. And by the way, while we're on this subject, we know if you guys have been looking for a podcast out on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anything like that, but you haven't seen one in a while. We all have had a lot going on. We're just glad to be able to get this one live out to you tonight. So, yeah, let's just, I know that you guys will get inundated eventually.
This weekend.
Yeah, hopefully this weekend, and there will be a shitload of podcasts that go out to you guys to listen in your cars. But back on to the subject at hand. We have covered a lot. Now we got to get into the iRacing thing, considering we're all iRacers here. Well, and everybody except Eric nowadays, but most of us.
Whoa. I raced on
most of us.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
When did you
fair
race
enough.
last?
Sunday.
Oh, so who's the real iRacer now?
That's true. That's true. But anyways,
Love you, buddy.
Jay Hall, over to you.
Mm.
You had a question at the beginning of this podcast. What was it? You can drink first. Why not?
Yeah, it's really I think a question that every single sim racer has to ask themselves at some point, whether they're starting, they've been doing it a while, they think that they're good, they know that they're good, or that they know they could be better. Like, at the end of the day, if you're presented with the question, how do I get faster? How do I get faster? Maybe you've hit a plateau, maybe you're just starting. If at any certain moment in time, you had to make the decision, I need to get faster, what is the best way to do it? Is it upgrading your wheelbase? Is it upgrading your pedals? Coaching? Is knowledge going to make you faster? Like what is the avenue to pursue that you think would make the most difference?
Eric?
Ooh, okay. All right. So mine, I've had a couple of different theories on this. I've been sim racing. I think I built my first rig in like 2014 or so. I've had one for a while. And I always thought, yeah, you have to have like, some of the best equipment out there. And, anything that gives you the most information is going to be the fastest. But my belief is the number one thing that's going to make you fast is seat time. Whatever you have, you need to be dialed into it. You need to spend a lot of time with it. You need to learn the full dynamics of what you have, right? Whether you're driving slow, fast, you need to know exactly what it is you're doing with those inputs, because that is everything. I was faster with a Logitech G27 and a modded like larger wheel because I drove that shit for like hours every single day, right? And I still stayed pretty consistent. I at one point upgraded to Thrustmaster wheelbase and got Fanatec pedals. I drove that a lot too, but it wasn't quite the same, right? Because I never had that same amount of seat time with that setup. So it was trying to catch that dragon, if you know what I mean. Like you're chasing that thing that you had before, that level of being dialed in, and all I needed was more time with it. But what I ended up doing was I kept upgrading my gear because I'm like, no, this doesn't feel right. I'm not fast. And, now my setup is incredible, and I find I'm still not top because I'm not spending a lot of time driving in my simulator, as you pointed out, Adam. It's one of those things, right? The seat time, no matter what it is, what you do, the amount of time you spend practicing and understanding the full range of the dynamics of what it is you're doing, that's it. It doesn't matter how nice your gear is. If you spend the time, you're gonna be fast. And that's my thought.
Jesse.
I mean, it's hard to say that that's not like one of the most
I know.
important things to do. I look back and like what I was quickest was when I had my V2.5 and my V3 pedals, and I knew what that wheel felt like at every
The one that I've
sort of
got.
level. You have a V2.5 still? Yeah, it's a great wheel.
I think that's
It's a
what it
great
is. Is it?
wheelbase.
No, Adam's got the DD1.
Oh, I've got the DD. Yeah, right.
Oh
right,
no,
right,
no,
right,
this is
right.
before.
got
DD.
This was like a hybrid belt.
Yeah, this was the last
I don't
of
remember what it was.
Got
the
it.
last of
Another
the
belt.
triple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a really
But-
good wheelbase, honestly.
Me and that wheelbase just like clicked and the pedals clicked and I was just there. And then I wanted to make the move to DD and I've made a couple changes there. I would say since Eric goes to seat time, which I think is absolutely spot on, equipment does help. You don't got to spend a ton. We've seen pictures of my wooden rig I sat in for 5 years that I built for $40. Like, you don't got to spend a ton. If you do spend some money, I would say spend it in your pedals.
Yes,
If you ha-
100%.
to.
100%.
Must have load cell.
Load cell. Yeah. Get to a load cell. I rocked my V3s for 5.5 years. Those are great. But I understand I don't shop regularly, especially at the lower end. I'm just sort of ignorant to what's down there. But I gotta imagine now a load cell is like such. I mean, everything's a DD now, right? Remember when DDs were $1,500 for the versus cheap
Yeah,
ones, and now
starting.
now everything is DD, so everything
Yeah.
is almost load cell now. So I mean, I gotta assume it's pretty easy to get into.
Yeah.
Get on a load cell and learn that load cell.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So,
so
quick,
much.
While
stuff
you're
with
saying
great-
load cell, can you describe the difference between load cell and just your regular potentiometer?
Servo.
I mean, so I mean, I'm definitely not an engineer to explain how the electronics work. but-
I mean,
you know.
not in crazy depth, but like high level.
Right. Well, I mean, so if you get a very basic pedal set, right, you're going to get a potentiometer,
Mhm.
right? You're just going to get a pedal that might have a spring behind it that gives you a little bit of tension, but that's it, right? And then it's just where your pedal's at travel. You're not going to feel anything in the brake pedal like you do in a real car. You're not getting that feel with a load cell, but what you're getting is you're getting something that's basing it. There's usually, depending on the type of load cell, so again, there's a broad category. There's something in the cell, there's a potential hardness, a spring, elastometer, something that you're pressing into, and that load cell is measuring that pressure in there. And then what you're getting is you're getting your brake force applied and gain by much pressure like you would in a real car. And it feels more realistic and you can do it more predictably. And before I had load cells, I had like the Thrustmaster Pros, if you remember those back in the
Oh,
day,
yeah.
that had the little conical thing you could adjust behind it.
Yeah.
And I'd be down
Square the
there adjusting
tension.
it all the time for different cars because they all drove a little bit differently, especially with like AC mods back in the day and things. But back to the point, your brake pedal is going to feel the same all the time, and you're going to get used to it, and you're going to be able to build upon that. If you can make the crazy expensive jump to something into like hydraulics, like Huskies or something even nicer than that, like more power to you. But I think the minimum is you want to spend some money and get some bloated cells.
Couldn't agree more.
I agree with that. If any of my buddies do this,
I don't know. I kind of
Shout out.
disagree on just like a little bit.
Ooh.
A little bit.
Let's
well,
hear
no,
his
not
hot
that
take.
not that I disagree, but I think that it's something that I've fallen into in trying to become competitive in sim racing. It's that like seat time is God, but I found myself, I got a shitload of seat time early on, but I didn't have clear direction. And like I think if you don't have, I think coaching honestly would be the most valuable resource. If you're trying to go from the ground up and get fast, like you can get a ton from seat time, but I also got a ton of bad habits that I'm trying to break now. I right foot broke.
That's true.
Right foot
I don't know
braking
how the
for
fuck you did
fucking
that for so long.
forever because I did it because of the seat time, because
Yeah.
I spent so much time doing it that I was able to refine a technique to make it work. I was good, but I was never going to be great doing that. And it's just like, I built so much of it with that seat time that if I had sought proper direction first to build fundamentals, I would have probably been way further ahead right now, not still now trying to figure out my left foot to be like, oh my God, I can't brake because I have to build muscle memory in a leg that I don't use for anything but the clutch previously. So I think like there's a give and take with it. If you're just throwing yourself into it blindly, seat time can be almost a hindrance. But if you have the right direction, and like that's something that I felt like I was almost too proud to do before, was to like coaching. But I think coaching is like, if you can afford to do it, the best option. But honestly,
and if you can't get a data tool,
Yes.
exactly.
VRS.
Data. Everything's in the data. Like if you break it down, you can find out where you're losing
faster
time.
than you. It's just like autocross. You put something faster in your car to learn from. Get your buddy's data. You look
Stop
at it.
it.
You're like,
Stop,
hey, I'm
Jesse.
slow. Oh,
Shut up. Stop taking my fucking point. God damn it.
okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Get back down.
Are you done, Justin?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I want to piggyback real quick off of what Jesse said. Any of my buddies
I love
that are
what Kevin
watching-
just said.
Oh
Gotta
shit.
Yeah,
shit.
attaboy, Kevin. I like it. I
You
like
sure
it.
do, buddy.
To what I was trying to say. If any of Kevin, shut the fuck up for a minute and let me talk.
Don't.
Okay.
Keep talking.
But so load cells are a huge. Jimmy, if you ever listen to this podcast, Wes, I'm talking to you too. Stop using the clutch pedal as your fucking brake with those Logitech pedals. Get yourself pedals. A lot of people do that. A lot of people are slow. A lot of people in XSLR have entry level shit.
Wait,
that's
they
fine.
mapped their brake to their clutch pedal?
Because the brake pedal on the Logitech pedals, the brake pedal is so close to the gas pedal. Like the Logitech pedals suck dick. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So the brake and the gas pedal are like literally this far apart. So when you go to hit the brakes, you're on the gas most of the time because
And
your
you
foot
still
is
tried to
out.
blame me for that wreck when I joined you in XSLR
Yeah.
and we were in the same room and I was on that. Literally, like, see what's behind me
Yes.
right there? I was on that rig.
That's exactly what Jimmy has. Yes.
That's hilarious.
Oh
No,
yeah,
it-
no,
I didn't even
couldn't
think
get
about
used to it,
that.
man.
Yeah, the pedals suck. As you know, J Hall, I mean, you drove it. Like that's
Dude,
why
I got
their
some
clutch pedals
fat
map.
feet too, man. I got some
Yeah.
fucking flippers.
It's true.
Yeah,
I've
dude.
seen them.
Yeah. But
Bigger
anyways,
than my feet, and they're huge.
so yes, pedals are Adam gets flustered when I talk about my third leg. All right.
Dude, look at the tone of his face right now is
Back
He's
to-
flushed.
All right, back to what I was gonna say.
flipping the hair all casual. All right, go ahead. I see you.
He's not going to
There you
stand
go.
up.
Well, I can. You're not gonna see anything. It's big enough. But whatever I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, Justin. Prototype non-ABS cars without load cells. You really seem disadvantaged. Lock her up. That was from Tyler Beeman, I'm sure. But
I love you,
yeah,
Tyler.
back to what I was gonna say. Friends, are huge. Thank you, Jesse, for leading me into that point. I finally got to it 5 minutes later. You've got to be able to find a group of people that you enjoy running with. That's number one. You have to enjoy running with the group of people you're running with, and you will just automatically get faster. You're going to want to get on the game every night or on the sim every night. You're going to want to hang out with that group of people. You're going to go run officials. You're going to run practice sessions. You're going to do all of these things, and you're going to have faster people than you. You'll be like, hey, man, how the hell are you doing that? And if those people are good people, they'll be like, oh, yeah, this is how I'm doing it. They'll help you with your wheel, whatever wheel you've got. Like a good group of people will help you get faster. Don't try to do it on your own. People can. It's not that easy. I was not nearly as fast back then when I just started in iRacing as I am now when I found a group like Sudi and I found Into the Apex and I found all of these people, Mad Sim Racing, fucking Wrong Stuff, like all of these people that I've enjoyed racing with and running with have made me faster because I enjoy actually getting on the sim. If you enjoy getting on the sim, you're just going to get faster because you're going to put time in. So it's seat time. Long story
Scratches
short.
that competitive itch too.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
like
I'll slow here.
sometimes you love losing because it just like fucking it scratches that itch where it's like, you know what, fuck, maybe all right, I gotta buckle down, and then you make yourself faster.
That's so true.
Absolutely.
I love how honestly we all touched on the main points of how to succeed in sim racing. We had different, things that we find important, but really the answer is all of them, right? If you can find a balance between everything we just talked about, you're gonna crush it. It's not just one particular thing. I think we inadvertently kind of explained the recipe for success overall, which I love. We did a
The
great
real
job on that
pace
one.
are the friends we made along the way.
So true,
Yeah.
man. So true.
Told
Told
me,
me,
Adam.
Yeah. I don't know. I said time for ITA after the dark. I don't know if you're looking for somebody, Tyler, or if you're just sitting out on your own tonight, but
That ain't
It ain't
a
a
sunburn.
sun. Dude, he's fucking killing it in the chat.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
love it, man.
Killing it,
Anyways.
popping off on you like
back to what we were going to say. Guys, I think we're done at least with the podcast portion of this episode. We are going to stay live for the live viewers.
Oh,
Eric's
yeah, we
got
are.
something that he wants to do
Yep.
that he seemed to have a lot of fun with last week. So I'm gonna stay in here for a little while, but then I've got to hop out and do some other things. But guys, again, for the podcast listeners, I don't know if you've listened to this one first or last or whatever, but expect a lot of episodes to come at you this weekend. Thank you, guys, and until next week, shut up and drive it.
I love it.
All right, now. For all the fucking live viewers, all you guys are pieces of shit, except Tyler. Tyler is the actual one that seems to be actually nice to me right now. Barrera, fuck you. Bogart, fuck you. That ain't a sunburn on Adam's face. Oh yeah, now we got Luther in here too. My recipe for success is garlic powder, onion powder, and a bit of pepper plus salt.
I love
Okay,
it.
Jake.
I love
Okay,
it.
Jake. But yes, Eric, what you got for us for this?
All right. So here's what we're going to do. And anyone watching this, I want you to participate. Anything that you can think of, we need to search, we're going to do it. But this is going to be the as found on Facebook Marketplace segment. Here we go.
Yes.
oh yeah, I don't care about smoking on the late night segment.
Oh yeah,
Hell no.
we're late night now, dude.
This is the pit maneuver after
This
dark.
is
Pass out here, J Hall. Give me some of that.
Right.
also fucking.
All right. So in this segment, we are going to search Facebook Marketplace for sick cars or really shitty cars. And we're going to comment on them. We're going to berate them. We might even message them. Who knows? But
we might lowball. We're lowballing everybody tonight.
it's true. All right. So gentlemen, I searched cars
What are we-
here. What should
What are
I
we looking for?
Yeah, what do we need to You know what? No, I'm going to start this off.
Thank you, Kevin.
JDM Legend, because J Hall and I were talking about this today. I want to see what
What-
comes up. Oh, brother. Okay, so we got an R32 30K. Let's rate this thing. 'Cause I think I saw a GTST. No, it is a GTR.
Jesus. Right.
Bro, on
Oh,
the
Look at that paint.
Nismo. I can't remember
Dude,
what the name of this tire
it's-
or the wheels are.
Wait, this is
those are
local to
probably
me.
fake.
This is
Okay.
right down the street from. This is right down
No.
the street from me.
That doesn't look fake. Those look like legit.
Den holes
Shit.
make it look fake.
I can't remember what those are
Hang on.
called.
1 second. By the way, Tyler in the chat just said press release, pit maneuver signed for 3 more years after J Hall lights up on video. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
The cat sells it for me.
The cat sells it. Yeah, because that
Right.
car
It
definitely
doesn't
gets you
have
some
much-
pussy.
And message.
So,
Does
hold
it
on.
just
Let's look. Oh, it's got a
Is-
Mines EC. Honestly,
or extra.
N1 engine.
RB26.
Dude, this thing is honestly fucking built. Got the Brembros. Got
I was
LMGT2.
ver-
That's what I was thinking. LMGT2 wheels. Okay.
I was about to shoot it down, but the RB26 in it sells me.
The paint is the only
It's
downside
rough.
about
It's
this.
very rough, but
The parts are good.
Cute.
it's at the end of the day though.
No,
it's like
he's
how
covering the
much do you
license plate.
attribute to an
God.
import value. Like
You-
how much does it
okay,
cost
but
to
right
really
now-
import a car?
Right now,
That's a
GTRs are down.
$15,000 car in Japan. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but GTRs are down right now. You can go get an R32 GTR like this for 30K all day. That's nicer.
But it's
Clean.
got a
Yeah,
26
stock.
in it, not an RB25.
And he
They're
wants
all,
value.
they're all RB26s, Eric.
Not the 32s.
GTRs are all RB26s.
Luther
Really?
says 60,000 OBO. He
No.
knows what he's got.
Every generation got the no.
I
Is that
thought that
true?
was. I thought it
32?
started with a 33.
R32, R33, R34 are all RB26.
Hold on, we need to Google this.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh,
in
GTS
GTS,
he-
the
he's-
GTS
he's-
is
the
are RB25s.
32 GTR.
He knows what he's got.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but bro, 2.6. He's right. He's right. Damn.
Yo, we
I
should
learned
bring it in
something
for Adam's spec, and we should look up K trucks.
Bro, look, he's
And
got the
he's
mines
local.
gauge too. Hold on.
I
I,
mean-
want to see more of this. This guy actually has a sick build.
I'd throw 20 grand at it.
Well, he's got
Yeah.
the 33 seats in it. Looks like.
No, those are the right seats.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now I'm less. I don't know. I think
It's a
30K
little
is
rough.
Wait,
It's a
I
little
think
rough.
20.
20.
Yeah, I think
I
20.
did
Oh.
at 20.
Okay, before we look at anything else, this
240S next for fucking $6,500.
yeah,
What is wrong with
they're
this?
coming
more.
back down,
Tell me
and
more.
this is dangerous because
Uh,
S13 hatch
more.
is my dream. Honestly, I want one.
like
so
hatch?
bad.
Oh,
I
I
love
know
the
that's
S13 hatch.
I love coupe.
the notchback, those are cool too.
Yeah, it's
I'm a notch guy.
Six.
Let's
yeah.
go, Jake. Let's go, Jake.
Oh
He
my
said,
god.
As Jesse's
All
big
right.
brain inconvenience him, those Jimmy Neutron boys. They're
That's fucking hilarious. All right,
I mean,
so this was
that's
super
funny that
rough.
This is
6,500 is a lot for this.
sucks, but
What-
it is worth 60. Like, but it's like I hate the fact that it is that.
Yeah,
It,
It
like
is.
it's
I would probably
'cause you
pay this
can't you
man.
can't get him running, driving, it fair
might-
condition.
You might be able to snag that for close to 5. But
That's
I don't
14
think
engine.
I think it's actually a decent ask.
Yeah,
driven
Yeah, but it's
1,234
sad that it is.
miles.
I'm not gonna say it's sad
One,
that
two,
it
three,
is a
four,
decent
four.
ask. but
I'm
it is.
assuming it runs. I'm assuming.
yeah, it looks like it. It's
Yeah,
got headers.
yeah.
Runs and drives great. Clean.
Yeah,
clean
right.
floor tile. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's one of my dreams right there. Okay, we're just gonna do a quick view.
And a
before-
hearse.
We need to
Don't have-
develop some sort of rating system too. I think where
What
we
is
can get
that?
things.
This
some
is a
sort of
Stagia,
score.
bro. This is actually a sick find. A
That's
Stagia.
nice.
So a lot of people they'll Skyline front clip swap these. You can do R34 front clip on this.
It's an R34 drivetrain.
Yep.
Oh,
You got the Recaros. I hate the
Right.
stock
You even got
front
the
ends.
wheels.
He's got a front mount intercooler.
Yeah.
160K.
that's
Great.
such an
Bro, hold on.
obscure-
RB26 all-wheel
Yeah.
drive. Yeah, it does have the GTR drivetrain.
Yeah.
N1
That's
block.
wild.
So, okay, HKS it's a built fucking car too. What is the price? Oh, it's an Autech. Oh shit, I didn't realize it was an Autech. So, if you don't know what an Autech is, that's like if you look at like AMG, right?
It's- I was
Or
gonna
roof.
exactly use that same analysis. It's exactly what AMG.
Yeah. This is for Nissan. Look, it's even got the R34 GTR wheels. This would be a sick grab. I don't love the spoiler. I don't love the muffler. But everything else would be worth it. I don't see any Autech badges on it though. Oh no,
That's
there it is. There it
niche.
is. There it is. 260 RS in the
It's
back.
niche as hell for 40 grand though.
It is, but like
I don't
anyone who
deny
knows,
the epicness. Yeah,
Dude, go look what they sold for online. That's the deal.
Is that this?
Yeah.
Did they actually put a spoiler on it, or did he put a
Yes.
spoiler on the
No,
back of the?
this is how it came. This is
Oh my god!
they probably just imported this as is. Oh, here we go.
Hatch be full of
Wait,
Snoop
this
special
is?
and
This
crack.
isn't-
Dude, that's a lot of shit in
Fucking
there.
Jake.
What?
Oh my god!
He said he
Jake
had
said-
all the shit. And
Jake said the hatch be full of Snoop special and crack.
I love it.
Oh my god!
I would slap a baby for one of these. 100%.
I'm a wagon lover. I would rock it out of
Yep, that's a sick find right there. Okay, do we want to look at any more of these before we switch to the K? Oh, NSX, 96K for an NSX.
Yeah, right.
We have to look
Yeah,
and see what's
right.
going on here.
Yo, what's crazy is I knew one of the sellers of the cars that you literally scrolled by. That's funny.
Oh,
But I
shit.
don't want you to click on it because that was Elijah's car who lives across the street.
Oh
No
wow!
way.
He listed that right-hand drive Celsior.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I saw that
There.
thing when I was there.
it. It does look clean.
That's
That is
really clean.
96. What
That's
kills
really
me-
high. That's really
Dude,
high.
Did
what's
anyone
the-
else ever look at NSXs like 10 years ago?
They were nothing.
And they were like 20 or 30 grand. And it
You
was
could- you
like,
could
oh,
get a-
they'll be there. They'll be there when I have the money. And
Right.
then when you get the money, they're not there anymore.
They
You
never
could
are.
get a 38. You get a second gen from like 50 to 60.
Ooh.
Yeah,
here's a tip.
I would want the pop-up headlights though.
So this is an NA Supra for 39K. This
Yeah.
thing
I don't-
makes
I
not
don't-
even 200 horsepower.
I don't even want to look at. I don't want to look at it
No.
because
And
it's
it is
right, it's
manual.
right-hand drive though.
Manual as
It's
well.
like-
No,
But it's got the W58. It doesn't have the oh shit, I already
no.
I
That,
forgot
that,
the
that's a $15,000 car.
yeah. Well, it's not though. It's not. Supra, bro. Is that a Supra?
It's
an
worthless
NA,
to me.
It's
Like
an NA and it's
worthless
right-hand drive.
to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Like if I don't want to drive it, like
But listen,
That's
2 weeks before Race Wars, those will pull a
Oh
premium.
my!
Oh.
Stop! $149,000 for this Skyline.
no,
Right.
that
34.
the 25 grand. I'll take a
Oh.
GTT.
Let's look at the build. Let's look at the build. Ooh,
No,
okay.
pretty
fuck,
clean.
that's just shit.
GTR. No,
like-
I hate the wheel. I fucking
R-
hate the wheels a lot.
R34s are down hard right now. That's probably a 100K car.
But I appreciate whatever rare spec it is, but like it doesn't interest me because it's not. I don't want to collect cars.
This
I've said
this
this-
isn't a beautiful example.
I
This looks
appreciate
rough.
I appreciate it though. That's like me looking at art in a museum. Like I appreciate the fuck out of what it is.
Engine
but-
bay is nice, and look, that's pretty stock minus intakes. So that would go a
Yeah,
long
That's too
way.
many miles, man.
Oh, it's got a
That's an
Nardi. Oh yeah,
That's a-
91K. That's a lot on these.
That's an 80. That's probably right now. It's probably
Is it
not gonna be-
GTR though? Because it's got that bad boy right there.
Oh yeah, that's like the most. And it's
I'm not debating if it's a GTR. It's definitely a GTR. And it
at
looks
150 grand. Are you kidding me? Yeah, like
No.
That's a lot of scratch right there.
nice. He missed the market, man. Those things
Yeah.
are down hard.
yeah. What we need is here. Back out of this one real quick.
Have you seen one in real life?
Oh
and
yeah,
Get me that 25 grand GTT there. That R34 GTT.
this one.
That's what like yeah. If
A
I'm in the
four-door.
market right.
Four
if
doors,
I'm in
more
the market
horse.
right now. Or is that one NA?
Ooh,
No,
it
is that
looks
one?
clean.
No, that one's NA. The GTT is NA. No,
No,
I
the
take that back.
GTT is turbo.
Is it? I thought it was GTST. I can't remember. I don't know enough about all these goddamn Nissans.
This has the Neo RB25 turbo.
If it does, this was the spec of an R34 I would get.
Oh shit! He's got Continental Extremes on it, bro.
He
I
has
want
the he has the Kakimoto. If you know what a fucking Kakimoto is, you
Are we sure
fucking
this
know.
is turbo though? Are we?
Yeah,
positive
it's a
this is turbo?
GTT. Let's look at engine bay.
T is for. No,
It,
it's
it,
NA.
it legitimately
It
is.
isn't.
No,
It looks NA.
maybe.
And
It
where's
is.
the fucking turbo?
Well, it's a low mount turbo, but maybe it is NA. I didn't.
Original turbo fives. I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
like
turbo 5. Yeah, hold on. Let's look.
Or maybe it does route under it. I don't know. Yeah, that is interesting. Look, because it looked like an intake that literally just went straight to the
Yeah.
intake manifold.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
looks-
know if it's
that
just my
looks like NA.
shitty screen.
GTT coupe. Let's see. Maybe this one will have like a better.
GTT is NA from
that-
Kevin Bogart.
Oh,
Yeah.
this one says
No, that's
turbo.
just that's the same thing.
Well, that one has a front mount.
It'd be
That
a
looks
2.5.
that one's modded as fuck. But yeah, because I wouldn't buy an NA R34, but the GTST I guess is what I would get,
That's
and just get the rear
Single,
wheel
no,
drive.
twins versus single, right?
Ah.
6-speed versus 5-speed, all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive. Yeah, that's what I thought. The GTST is like the touring version of the GTT, where it has like leather seats and stuff like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Okay,
I'm pretty
still
sure
the
that's the
spec
case.
I want. Still the spec I want then.
Yeah, I mean it's the more affordable version, right? I mean, hold on, let's see if we can see more of
I've
it.
also heard that like getting parts and working on RB25s is a heck of a lot easier, more cost efficient
Hmm.
than getting stuff for RB26s.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
there's your
yeah.
350 right there, Eric.
Oh,
Yeah,
brother. Let's see. I've been actually looking for a new shell for mine, but that looks, I mean, it's
Ew.
not bad.
It's just like wrecked and parked in front of their house, and they're like, "Hey,
No, that's
put
fine.
it out on the
See,
curb
mine-
and see who wants it."
Mine has a giant dent here because the kid who owned it before me tried to drift and didn't. Oh, he's got a dent
Like
here.
a Wally? Oh yeah.
Oh,
God,
in the
definitely.
in the gas tank. All right,
Got
that's
this
No
sticker.
interior
Yep.
shots. Let's just close this, pretend like we didn't see anything. 44K
All right, guys.
for a Supra. What do you think?
I gotta call it now. Enjoy the rest of your night, all. Please hang out with all these guys. Got some things to do, but I will. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, man.
We love your face.
Peace out.
For the
Dude,
viewers,
all the-
we're gonna keep
all
going.
the- Dude,
So let's
these are
see.
like the worst collector's cars. Because look, this is another NA Supra. And it's
It
like
is
these
NA.
cars pain me because I understand
SCR.
the value of them. I do. I get the
Bro,
collector's value.
It's got the
But it's
V160 though. This is the turbo manual.
It didn't look
2GZ.
no, GE. It's not
Non-turbo.
the GT though.
Yeah, but he's
So
got
it's-
the turbo transmission.
What the transmission in it though?
That's the most
that's
expensive
the-
part, honestly.
That
That thing sells for 7-8K.
I appreciate the value.
That looks
but
awful. I hate the
I-
carbon dash.
these aren't cars that I would want.
And I really honestly
I
hate the
love-
seats.
I love that era.
Oh, I
love
almost
the
made it, man.
Supra. I love on the RX-7 this whole cockpit to the driver era.
Yes.
It's like-
Oh,
where it's
yeah,
like-
where it's like
all angled.
encapsulates you. Like, yeah.
It's like we got away from that. We got into like all these big like open things you could just reach everywhere. Great. And I'm like, I want
RX-7.
that.
Yeah.
I want that cockpit.
I remember as a kid, my
These are
uncle
my
had
favorite.
a Mark IV Supra, and I didn't know anything about cars. I think I was like maybe like 7 or 8 at the time. We visited him. I got to ride his Supra. He had a Supra Turbo Targa Top, and I remember getting in that and seeing like everything angled towards him and the noises and everything. That may have been one of the moments where I was like, "Yeah, I'm absolutely a car guy.
Defining
I'm in
moment.
love." Yeah, it was pretty sick. I totally agree. Cars need to go back to that because, like, the passenger doesn't give a shit what kind of controls you have.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what my dream. I'll tell you what my dream is. One
Look
of
up
these.
Drake real quick.
I
Yeah, man.
want one of these. I want this LS swap.
Yeah, that's honestly the ultimate car because
That's what
I don't know how they do it with that rotary engine to make it so like weigh so much. But when you put that LS in it, it doesn't really upset the balance of the car that much. So you just get more power. It's more reliable. You actually get torque. You know. So like, granted, I've never driven a turbo rotary. I've driven a couple RX-8s.
Oh, I have a lot of time. in
Yeah,
FD. Yeah.
I can only imagine how sick those are.
So my
I'll get
roommate,
with you.
I had my roommate had one, and then my neighbor. They were both R1s, and then my good buddy, who was not our roommate, lived across the street, had one in auto, one in 5-speed. Like, I was in those cars like constantly driving them and riding in them, and like when they work, they're magical, man.
That's
like-
sick.
The thing is when they work.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot.
I mean, the RX-7 was my first car too, so I'm a little like I'm partial to RX-7s.
Okay. Hell
But
yeah.
I mean, just put an LS in it, like not even like a monster crazy one, like just put a little baby LS. Give me 350 horsepower, call it a day.
Hell yeah. So this Supra
Perfect.
here
And
is
that
the
car doesn't
active
need
arrow.
more. Nice.
All right. I wanna get a suggestion from a viewer. Whoever comments first, what car should we search for? What genre should we search for? Give me something. Let's look at this because I'm gonna keep searching for JDM Legends unless someone else has something different.
I've been drift missile.
Drift
Says-
missile. All right, we'll
What are
do
you
that
talking about?
until we get someone else. Drift missile.
We're
Oh,
talking about drifting tonight,
oh my gosh, it would help if I typed correctly. Drift.
or just put in drifts. You have missiles fun.
Yeah, I like missile, right? Because I see that. Oh, okay. None of these look like missiles. Let's check this one out. $1,500 for an S14.
That is
Probably has no drivetrain. Let's see. Yeah, there's not a lot of redeeming factors about this. It's probably sat for a while. It doesn't even show the engine bit. Clean title shell. Yep. Can have a motor for an extra 15. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be NA. Piss missiles. Hell yeah.
What about that clean E36 right there?
That do be looking pretty good. For 10K though, that's kind of steep for an E36. But this looks pretty clean. Painted aisle. Okay. With manual swap. Coilovers. All right, let's look at the pictures. Oh, these are all.
The sedan?
What's that?
The sedan or coupe?
Coupe looks like. Yeah, it's a coupe.
Yeah, it's coupe. Or
No interior pictures though. So, and I think I see
Probably.
like a kind of cage situation. I don't know, man. I'm a little skeptic.
maybe questionable.
Ogan, you need to post more interior pictures, bro. All right. Let's see. What else we got here? 2,800 for a 350Z. I gotta see this. Oh, he's got a video. New motor, 6-puck clutch. No, this is a scam. This has got to be a scam. Oh, okay. Runs, but the car is in safe mode. Needs a computer. Yeah, something's fucked up.
Oh, it only skipped timing.
Yeah.
Like,
These
that was-
cars are honestly tanks. So, like, if it's in safe mode, yeah, you get. Hold on. What is the actual price for this? Oh, it's an S14 with the S15 front end. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
S14.
what kind of weird shit are we looking at now?
S14 with a 15 front end. I hate that rear. I hate it so much. I like S14s.
I love that. I love that.
Really? See, I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah.
the era for me. Like, I
No, I love it.
I've seen more S13s and I fell in love with that. Okay, so let's see. I don't like the mismatch here because the S15,
No. Yeah, it doesn't look
the
good.
rear end is just as good as
And
the front.
for no price, like, yeah, this is
Yeah, what is
when they don't list a price, then it's like,
Oh, hold
the
on.
fenders are actually terrible.
DE plus T. So he took an RB25 block, turboed it. I want to see pictures of this. Oh, here we go.
too much of someone else's project car vibes. I
Ooh,
don't want to.
yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
I want
you're-
nothing to do with it.
You
But look,
spent
it's got a
10 grand.
fuel cell. I don't know. It kind of looks like he did it right. The
Okay,
fuel
at least-
regulator,
He at least tried to.
catch can as well. Okay, no, I see some good parts in here. It is a project, but it's good parts from what I can see. Get the radium fuel cell,
It's one of
optimal
those where
battery.
it's gonna cost you a couple grand to even figure out which way is up.
I don't know, man. This looks pretty straightforward to me, and it looks like a shop
Parts
did
are
it.
like,
Look, he's got bulkhead connectors. That's like someone actually did some work on this, I think. Oh, I hate that. I fucking hate that. He did aftermarket
No.
gauges. All
Hmm.
right, no.
Well,
Move on.
Yeah, I'm not.
Crack
I'm not,
pipe on that one. I don't even look at the price.
Wait, why
Why
is that
is-
318 IS 11.5? That
Where?
E36 look on the left there.
Let's see what's going on here.
What would justify?
Need gun ASAP. All right, what has he got in this? Oh, it's an LS. It looks like,
Is it?
right? Those pictures are so dark.
Is there more of his description? Interior. Just got a few-
Oh yeah, LS1
LS1
swap, AR5
one,
trans, recently blew 3rd and 4th on the trans, super solid build on the car. So you need to swap the look up future classic.
This
Okay.
was his daily driver. Who is this man?
future
What? If all the bones are there, 11.5 isn't crazy for an E36 with an LS in it.
with a
Ooh, AC.
Even if you
Cobra.
have to rebuild the trans.
Oh,
like,
okay. Factory
you
5
just
kit
go pull
car.
one. You can build if you want. Just get another one from a junkyard.
I don't know what it is about
Yeah.
these cars. I really like the way they
That's a
look.
kit car, right?
It is a kit car. I
Yeah.
would build one of these. Honestly, though,
Boomer Miata.
It is.
I'm just kidding. It's like, but pound for pound, like it's always been like. I feel like that was always in every racing game growing
Here's
up.
another one.
That it was
Another
like, what the
replica.
fuck is this thing?
Ooh, it has a 427.
And
Probably not
it's
the original.
69,999. That was built for you to make
Nice
an offer.
price. 6,900. Oh, honestly, no. I'm looking at the interior. He fucked it up. This
Yeah,
is dog
I've never
shit.
actually been around one. Oh my god, the steering wheel! Jesus Christ!
Look how low the seats
His
are
other car
and how high.
is a PT Cruiser. 100%. He owns a PT Cruiser.
Yeah, or a Polaris slingshot.
I dig the color though.
Yeah,
It looks like the Techno Violet.
Listen,
D36.
if you have this wheel in your car, I will not take you seriously, and I probably won't be your friend. I'm sorry. Oh my god, you get the
Jake's got a point.
flames.
We should look up by like either Future Classic or like I
That's
know
what I
what I've
did.
got.
Future classic.
That is.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that top. Tell me about the car next to it. What is that next to it? A
This?
1981 Nissan. Tell me about this.
Ooh, what is
Tell me
this?
about
This looks like a Laurel. What is it? Oh, it's a Datsun 210. This predates
This
the
is
Laurel.
rad. This is rad.
Oh,
yeah.
the brown on brown.
This is a
It's
little
only got that
pink.
110. Look at this. How in 1981, and this car has one fucking
Put
tear in it.
Put the retro Recaros in it anyway.
Yeah,
That's an auto.
the Datsun fucking logo on the steering wheel. You gotta love it.
If it was 5-speed, if it was a 5-speed,
Yeah.
I want to know the
Bring your
story
own
of
wheels.
that car. Like, how the fuck is it that fresh?
Honestly, 66K original miles. Cons originally manual, now has auto. Ugh.
Someone's grandparents
Yeah, so wait,
had
can
that
you
somewhere.
pop it.
That's
right. Ooh,
Can
1965
you unplug
Mustang.
it?
This is one of the few American cars that I would give the time of day. This video is shitty.
aesthetically. I think it's one of the most beautiful. I like the fastback on
The
that
fastback
generation
is
way
way
better.
better.
It's one of like, if I don't, it might be one of my favorite. Like if I could get like a resto mod fucking fastback of that generation with a modern Coyote or something.
Did you know you can actually buy a brand new Mustang fastback body from Ford? It's not technically Ford, but Ford has licensed it and they have endorsed it. I can't remember the company that makes it.
Or Mustangs down there.
Yeah, I love a 240, but that's too. I like the 70. Like the earlier 70s is better. I don't look at this. This is another American car that I could be slightly interested in because it looks like a 70s Celica.
Shit got weird at certain periods in American cars.
First gen Firebirds.
Look at that fucking
We're not the better
rear
car.
windshield. That is wild on that.
Camaro. The Camaro was a better car.
It's like it almost
I
looks
agree,
like
I
a fucking
agree.
shooting brake. Like
Yeah. Well, this is the look. I
It's-
love the shifters that they all had. There was that angled shifter. If you've never driven that, it feels pretty crazy, like in a good way.
a little bit. It's a long travel.
Another thing about
an
these cars.
entire arm's length travel for a shift.
Yeah, no, that's true. Another thing I love about these cars is they feel so visceral. Like this thing vibrates for sure. And there's something cool about that. Look at that. It doesn't
Now
look like it
that
runs,
moves.
but it's
It'll
really
feel
runs.
visceral, but the steering will be so vague that you turn like
No, that's
quarter
the
turn
thing.
in every direction.
No,
Like,
they have to be solid because they didn't really have a lot of steering assist, right? So it feels kind of manual. Like you feel everything going on with the road with those
What do you got
cars.
down there on the left?
This one?
What do we got here?
Chase
Tour S.
Tour S. Skip me on that until it's a Tour V. That's a NA then. It
I
looks
would-
sick though.
I would still grab a Tour S at 12K and then just eventually, save up and put the right drivetrain in it. Oh, it's on air? You're kind of losing me here.
But I don't want it.
I can't remember. What was the spec that had the digital dash? I would honestly buy one with the digital dash if it didn't have turbo and then eventually swap it because that would be worth it. Was it the Tour V that had? I don't think it was.
My favorite dash of all time, and I own this car, was in my fourth gen Prelude.
Oh, really? What did that look like?
The old fourth gen Prelude
Oh.
dash. Look it up. I don't have any interior.
Hey
pictures.
Jamie, pull that up.
Right? 4th gen.
Prelude dash.
This? Oh, that's a
Yep.
shit
It was
picture.
all just blacked out and lit up.
Kind of reminds me of like the 300ZX a little bit from that era where it was like just all green or red and had like just meters.
That's kind of
Yeah.
sick.
But
That's how newer cars
all
are.
blacked out. So when it was off, you didn't see anything, right? It was just all blacked out, and then it only turned on when the car on. And it had like that little shelf, and then your little tweeters were right up. Like the sound stage was pretty good. Like it was, I loved this car so much sitting in it. Like the seat, the cockpit, everything was like one of my favorite that Honda Acura ever did.
That was pretty dope, honestly.
They were
Alright.
just a little bit more driver focused than the Civics and the Integras.
We have a request for Infinity. Oh, G35.
Jesus Christ.
I love these cars, but yeah, they are nice or they are not. And this one I want to see. Oh my god! Look at those back seats. Someone is mud wrestled back there. Black
What the
seats in the
fuck?
front, tan in the back. All right,
I mean, do we have an angle kit though? The stance looks widened out.
let's see.
We need
Good car. Good
GK5
car.
angle kit, welded diff. This is just a drift car. This is not a streetable car.
Yeah.
Welded diff, G-Tech. It's a honestly would make a great seat time car. What's the price on it?
39. Damn,
Great
that's
price.
a really good price.
That's a seat time drift car. not a-
Coilovers.
but that's good value for that car if it runs decent. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I'll give that the seal of approval if you're gonna drift it.
I agree. Okay. Oh, what is this? 7K for what swap is 1 UZ? Those don't make a lot of power, but they make more.
That
Well,
Always
make about the
confuses
same.
me, man. It's like, yeah, the 1UZ is like low 200s horse, but makes like mid 200s torque. And it's sounds awesome, but
look, he
I-
did all the lightweight pulleys too to give it more power.
I respect the extravagance of this, but
Fuel pump.
So- are you buying this as a project or is this running?
Let's see. It doesn't say right.
I'm saying
I would
not enough
imagine-
details. Not enough details for 7,500 for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
there's
looks
no
kind of
question
rad
that-
fucked.
It'd be worth it for the sound if it's actually running and driving well, but anything
Here we
other
go.
than that-
LS1. 13K for LS1
Okay,
sedan. Oh, honestly, I kind of fucks with this. Oh, okay. Got the turn downs, crack
Everything's
dash.
better with an LS in it, baby.
Yeah, this one would be for
Nice,
sure.
isn't-
Let's see.
let's get some specs.
T56 LS1. All right. So if you don't know, you can take an LS1 and put a cam in it, and you make more power than an LS2, and you save a lot of money. So let's see. Oh, and he's got built heads, springs.
I mean, so this thing's probably a solid
Cams.
like low 400 wheel horsepower with that.
easily.
I mean,
Let's see.
my
Intake.
My
Like
LS1
440 wheel, maybe, I'd guess.
Yeah. My LS1 in my jet with bolt-ons only was 333, 343.
Hmm.
All day.
Yeah, and he's got built heads, valve springs, cams.
I mean-
stamp or stage 4 camshaft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing makes definitely 400.
13K is a lot, but that's a lot of rowdiness for the money. Like for
I say nice price on this one, even though it's not the cleanest example. That thing would fuck.
as long as you know what you're getting into, like
Yeah,
it's a lot of
Oh.
bang for the buck, but
I was
not
really
a
just
lot of.
talking about somebody else say like swaps are scary, man.
yeah, that's true. That's true. You never have any idea how well it's done unless you know the shop that did it.
And
Oh,
especially
yeah.
if it's not like for like
Rum dum dum.
Oh god.
Dum dum dum.
Run
Where's the
and
Dan man when you need
drives.
'em? Somebody said
Run
it's the Dan
and-
man.
I love that as the first descriptor. Go, go, oh,
I love the
Dark.
seat covers too. The carbon fiber seat covers. There's no way this guy has ever felt a vagina in his entire
Oh,
life. The monster
the
logo on the
taillight.
taillight.
Scratched by Kyle. That's what. Just send him a message that says easily worth double. Just give him that, like, just. I love gassing people up. Yeah, love like, yeah, I can't afford it, man, but that's easily worth double that. Oh, all right, yeah, that was a good find. Good find.
Oh, that's that. How can you defeat this?
Oh, does it come with the
hard.
little fucking car?
I can't.
Oh.
I fucking can't.
Well, this thing is.
I like that it
Dude.
kept the ashtray silver though. Was sweet.
Holy fuck. How much monster does
Oh,
this
it's
guy
got Brembos
drink?
though, dude.
Look at the overspray on the Brembo. Oh my
Dude,
god, they're
I
fucking
didn't notice.
green.
He painted him while it was on. Or they
Jesus.
painted the whole. I bet he paid one flat rate and they painted the car and the wheels just in one sweep. Like all the same color.
The bumper is a different
Bumper
color
is-
than the hood.
Yeah. not
Oh
even-
yeah, the bumper is definitely off something different.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Listen, who is Gus, save some pussy for the rest of us,
What?
please.
Honestly, if he wasn't lying about it and it was actually manual, not a bad price. But the fact that it's automatic with the skull shifter breaks it for me. If it was actually manual, 49 isn't bad for that.
No. I disagree. I just vomited.
Oh, bottom right. I was going.
Oh, bottom right.
There's
Sorry.
something that looks hoopty, but that looks hoopty as well.
This one? No, this one.
No. Yeah. How bad is this?
Oh, 100K on the motor, 65K on the dash. Only issues of the car, no AC.
No ace. In Florida, that's like,
Tell me about
and he
it.
wants 6 for this.
Welded diff.
Oh,
Automatic
God,
trans.
no,
It's
that's
a DE.
no,
Probably burn
no,
some oil. Oh, hold on. It's
Garbage.
a DE.
garbage.
Reman. Look at that valve. Look at that intake
It,
manifold.
yeah, it looks like a
That's a
junkyard
fucking
car.
reman.
Yeah, that shit looks horrible. Yeah. Oh no, it's still not worth 6 to me. That's janky as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
And there's a time and place for those cars, but that's not a $6,000 car.
No, not
All
at
right,
all.
do you think we can even find a track ready G35 that looks sorted?
Okay,
No
let's look
matter
at
the
these.
price, find me one that's sorted.
A sorted G35.
A
What does that look
sorted
like?
G35. Let's see what we're
Price
looking
kind
at.
of lower.
Price high to low. Hold on, can we sort by price highest first? Of course, these fucking assholes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah.
They know how to milk the algorithm
Yeah.
100 grand.
of the Q60.
Oh, hold on. Why is this showing up? I hate these, by the way. These
Oh,
are
that-
kit cars.
Yeah, that's the thing that was
Oh,
in
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Suicide Squad. I remember that shit.
Okay, 20K for a G35 base. What's going on?
It looks turbo. I saw a front mount. Or did I not? Maybe.
Metallic black, touch,
The bumper's just flopping around.
18G turbo kit. It's got the gritty kit. Yeah, nice video, dumbass. We can't see that.
I mean,
Okay, there we go.
It's like he
515.
heard you.
Yeah,
What,
515
so like
is not
500
bad.
some?
Yeah, but is that a stock block? Oh, okay, those are good parts. The Motordyne exhaust, that's a couple grand right there. You got 2 Nagasaki noisemakers. Yin Yang Spinning Tanks. Got the Koyo Rad.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, okay, it's
That's a
fun to
couple
see all
$100
this,
in
like,
reflective tape. That's, bro.
what's
Bro.
it look like now? I
Looks
don't
like-
care about this dude's journey.
It probably looks like a bag of ass. Because this tape
did
does
all
not age.
No. And the edge of that, then he didn't do anything with the intake manifold.
Yeah, honestly, so yeah, if you're gonna do a turbo kit, you need a better plenum than that. They don't flow. Let's see. Oh, he's got a built engine. So okay, what's the price on this? 20? That's still fucking high. Damn.
Again, somebody's project.
Yeah. Yeah, someone put in the wrench time though. I'll give them that. All right, so let's see what else we got here.
That was a twin turbo kit on that.
Yeah, most of them do twins. Twins bezel, twins. Yeah, none of these look super. Oh, hold on, G37S had a front mount.
Always some just like super shitty video.
What kind of retarded video is this so far? Nice crack in your windshield, bro.
Oh yeah, this isn't. I already feel unsold, like just from the video.
Oh, he's got a VHR in it.
Without even like hearing audio.
It sounds okay. Supercharged, I would imagine. Not even reading it.
Oh,
Jesus
we're
Christ.
serious.
The spoiler. He's got an energy spoiler. Energy
It looks
makes
like-
good parts. Don't buy their fucking spoilers.
With the
is
fucking
it
wheel
Turkey?
setup, it looks like he's gonna put a fucking parachute on that
That
shit. Like it's
mount
gonna.
or something. What's going on there?
Rear mount. A lot of these guys do rear mount.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing way too much jank all over.
For the
it. Yeah,
thermals.
okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that thing. Here we go. Oh, we already looked at this one. Okay, this one looks like externally okay. Got the front mount. What's going on here?
Weird fisheye.
2 pictures. That thing is ass. 100%. Supercharger, 440. Bags. Nope, this guy is lame.
I don't think we can find a track ready G35. I don't think it exists. I don't think
For
anybody.
sale? Why would you ever sell something like that?
I mean, you couldn't sell it because you're so busy drowning in pussy, honestly. Yeah, nope. I don't think we're going to find it, boys. Any other viewers out there have suggestions on things to look up? In the meantime, we're going to look up K-Trucks. Oh, yes. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's look at this one. This is sick. This guy definitely needs to save pussy for the rest of us.
for
Look at that midnight purple, bro. The fade on it.
Though.
That thing is
Come
bangarang in the sunshine. And it's got the bronze wheels. You could lick that paint. 31K miles. All-wheel drive, cold AC, clean Florida tile. Let's see.
It's still an Acti.
It is painted midnight purple 3. That's fucking hilarious. I love
That
that.
is funny.
LED rock lights.
I mean, it
bed
only
mat.
cost you $5 in paint.
This guy, this
For the
guy's
square
polished a
footage.
turd. But I love
it's got the
it.
glow kit.
I love it. He's got the matching bike.
Fine, I'll
It-
take it.
There's no way this guy's a virgin. Oh, he's got the confetti inserts too. I love it. I love it.
This thing is winning.
It is. I would sell one of my.
I mean, God,
That's
it looks
okay.
mint too. Like, there's no denying that thing goes hard. Like, that's
Wait, what
that's
does that
mint.
vanity plate say? Bay City. Hell yeah.
I had need. I have no need.
This
I
thing
could've-
fucks.
I
This
know.
thing definitely fucks. In front of the 7-Eleven too. God damn. I love this guy. Who is this guy? Michael Toth. Yeah, he's got 5 stars for a reason.
What's the chapel? I'll go over and take it.
Honestly, I'd come with you just to look at it. All right, what else have we got here? Oh, the Suzuki Alto works. If you've ever played Gran Turismo, you suffered through this car. It is ass. It revs like
like a bike motor, a 660 cc. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's slower than old people fuck. 100%.
Yeah, it's K car.
This is not a fun K car. This is a I'm gonna hyper mill this thing. But
I mean, if I was
It
that
looks
scared
fun.
of getting run over by some mall mom and her massive truck, I would totally rock one of those.
oh, here we go.
Yeah,
I've seen this.
Oh,
No, maybe not this
what?
one. I've seen a bunch of these fire trucks driving around on 408.
That's funny.
What? a Nissan Atlas.
Oh, hold on. He has the lights going. Oops. I mean to go back. Oh, I lost it. The lights are going. I love that. I love how it's like slightly like donked out a little bit. I kind of fucks with this. Not for 20K though. Ooh, the Golf livery. We gotta check this
All
out.
right, yeah, you gotta click on this one.
Let's see.
The Subaru.
4-cylinder. Brand new paint job inside and out. Okay, so he painted the doors.
I mean, $7,500. Like that's
That's kind of high for these though.
is it?
Yeah.
It feels kind of cool.
It
Also
is
kinda
cool.
stupid.
And it seems like it's sorted.
Damn, look at that. That exhaust setup is nasty.
Wait, hold on. What did he do for the engine? Because usually this is a cab over block. It's not usually in the back like this. Custom sandbar, 2-wheel drive. Maybe the Subarus did it different, but it's usually cab over block.
Looks like you could pull mad wheelies.
Timu Golf.
Flip in the back.
So
You could
true.
just, like,
So true, Jay.
Maybe that's what the customers about it. No, put the motor custom location.
Yeah, it's not usually back there. So it's definitely got a transaxle then. Interesting. Oh, hold on. That bitch slides open.
That's cool.
That is cool. I love that he
Yeah,
he
That's there's an
illustrated
active
it too.
panel in the bed for the engine.
It's honestly huge that the engine's on the back because then you probably have more cabin space. You don't sit up as high. Yeah, it looks like you sit lower in these. Huh.
Fucking wild.
All right.
No, it's like at 75, I think that's an adventure.
Ooh, 11K for this looks like it's new paint on this Daihatsu. Which is Toyota if you don't know. All right, we can hear it. Bro, that's clean 4x4. Twin cam. This one's less like classy, but I kind of like it more. Because this one, just fuck. Oh, look at that mileage. It's nice.
Nice.
Jumbo cab. They had me there.
Hmm.
Yo, you can even like throw some people back there and they'd be uncomfortable, but it would happen. That's probably engine bay access right there.
Yep. Service cover.
Oh, we gotta look at this one just for this chick who's had to be in the picture but covered her face. Like, come on. You're either in the picture or you're not. Make up your fucking mind.
Oh, there's the best product.
That's kind of a sick roller.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of feeling that right there.
I definitely am feeling that.
Like, wait,
kind of feeling it.
who took this?
This thing is a crazy head turner. Everyone you whip around, or everyone will watch you whip around this town on this bad boy. 50
I kinda fuck with-
MPG.
I fuck with this ad. Yeah.
Insurance is $40. What the fuck? Gets it to 82.
Hey, 82 is
That's all you
enough to
need.
get around.
I love it. Fire extinguisher? Not for
I
any
hope-
reason other
I
than
got-
for
got some
safety.
questions, man.
Is it really called the Joy Pop Turbo?
Probably.
Like that name alone.
I
is-
like that interior though.
Look at the back seats.
I'm kind of
that's
sold on that
sick.
thing. If that really gets 50 miles to the gallon, like that's
Dude, that's the ticket right there.
0 chance you wouldn't get someone pregnant in that. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Box truck. What is... Holy shit.
it's like a food truck for a sushi station K truck.
This is incredible.
Concept.
This is custom built, though. I don't know how I feel about it the more I'm looking at it. Whoops.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's for a very niche
Yeah.
buyer.
They didn't
You
build it
need
up very well.
Wow, sushi station. Like,
Don't pull out. It's not that effective. Subaru custom to look like a VW bus. I don't hate it.
Appreciate the
shit.
effort.
Yeah. Let's look at more pictures. Ooh. I'm struggling, boys. I'm struggling. Yeah, no.
It's roomy though.
It does look roomy. Ooh.
All right, I got one more in me. Make it a
Alright.
good one right there. Look down at that Mitsubishi. It's got to be.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Put a 4G63 in it. Let's call it a day.
Let's see. What do you got? Okay, so it seems like all right. He just kind of spruced it up. Okay, he did a
Oh, he
lot of.
spruced it up all right.
It look it. Oh, okay. I fucked with that. What's with all the wiring, bro? That looks like a bag of ass.
What are you putting in there? Like for soundstage? What is cool?
I don't know fixtures. I'm sorry, Jesse. We gotta do one more. We have a good one.
You're good in here.
My eyes are kind of burning too.
Yeah. All right.
But I haven't seen something that like strikes my fancy.
There's a sprint car.
Street legal. This is Florida. This is
I'm saying what? It's got a tag on it. Tell me it's got a fucking tag on it.
I mean, they advertise street
350.
legal.
It's got 350 in this bitch.
Oh hell yeah!
He's got a
Oh
tag.
yeah, look at that. Yeah, up top. Yeah, anything goes down here. boys.
Holy shit! Could you imagine someone driving by you on I-4 in this?
Like, I wonder what the gearing is in it.
It's probably a 4-speed. Let's see. See if he says. Power glide.
speed.
Power glide. How many speed are they?
2.
Is it 2?
Power glides are always 2.
That makes sense. That's crazy.
Fucking wild.
Good drag. I mean,
Damn.
drag racer special. That's kind
Wow.
of fun. That's kind of rad, though. Could
It
you
kinda
imagine putting
is.
like bouncing?
Showing up at an autocross and
Yeah,
that.
no, put autocross in this.
I mean, you would literally impregnate every woman there. There's no way you wouldn't. Absolutely no way. And on that bombshell, we really want to thank. It looks like we got 6 people still watching us live. If you liked this segment, definitely let us know because this was a lot of fun and it filled up a lot of time. And I would totally do this anytime someone wanted. So yeah, we appreciate the hell out of you guys. Any final words from you, Jay Hall or Jesse?
No, man, this is fun though. That was hilarious.
It sure was. What about you, Jay Hall?
Oh yeah.
Shut up and draw. All right, guys. On that note, we love your faces. This has been the Pit Maneuver live. And yeah, you know what? Come back next week on Friday and we'll do more of the same. Any suggestions? We'll take those as well. And we love your goddamn faces. Have a fantastic night, fantastic weekend, and I hope you survive the week.